Hey guys, in this video I will be sharing the outfits I styled using the Archer banner. So this one, Evertide of No Return with the 5-star, okay, how do I check? Here, Guide of No Return and the 4-star Heartward Hues. And I will also be reviewing the pieces and talking about what pieces I liked most. And hopefully this video helps you decide whether you want to pull or not if you haven't, if you're on the fence, and if you have already pulled, I will leave the codes down in the comments. So without any further ado, here is the first outfit. And for this one, I focused on the evolved version of the 4-star, which without dye is my least favorite version. I like this version and this version a lot, but I did like this ribcage detail here with the ribbons, and it's made of fabric, but it looked super cool. I thought it could be a Halloween look, so I dyed it, and I think it is the last palette. Yeah, palette 13, but this version dyes so well. I mean, you don't really get a true black dye, but you know what you can get for the 4-star. And for the hair, I used this hair from last patch's banner. She is Wildfire. If you don't have that, the hair she comes with is fine. I think they're very similar. So okay, let me sort by recent again. So yeah, this is from She is Wildfire. Forest is the first evolution, but you could use the base version. Here I did dye it, and yeah, I used palette 13, but here you see this hair color is very similar on the base version using this free palette. And yeah, here is the hair that comes with this. By the way, they're similar-ish. I do like this one better, but this is a 5-star. For the socks, I used these socks from the 5-star, and I don't know why, like, the 5-star dress covers the entirety of her feet, so you don't get to see these transparent socks or the hovering legs. Like, these are such nice pieces, and they spent zero time marketing these. Like, I didn't see them in any of the promo images or videos. So yeah, this was a pleasant surprise, and I didn't dye it, but I think it looks fine as it is. And then for the shoes, Resting Moth from Nightlight Whispers. You could use other shoes. I just wanted to use something that's not from this set. And then for the hair accessory, the Mountain's Bow, like bow down, something like that. Yeah, from Guide of No Return, the 5-star. And I didn't think I would like this piece as much when I did the full showcase, because I usually don't like back hair accessories. This is nice when she's running around. This is a really nice piece. But from the front, you know, I like to see the hair accessory from the front, and here you can. And yeah, it's attached somewhere around here, so this part kind of hovers, but it looks nice in my opinion. I think it looks nice with most hairstyles. I will say though, I never got to use this piece. So this is from the 5-star, again a headwear, and this veil is removed only in alternate detail version, which is available when you get the final evolution, and I didn't pull that far, so I don't have access to that. And with area 2, you can kind of make this part transparent-ish by dyeing it a darker color, and I guess if I use that, I will be doing that. But here I didn't actually use this piece. I usually try to use all of them, but it just didn't end up happening. I probably would have used it in this outfit. It doesn't fit any of the others, I think, but I think she looks nice like this as well. I wanted to showcase the makeup. And for the earrings, I'm using the earrings from the 5-star, and I really like these. I reached for these over the 4-stars a lot. But even the 4-stars are nice, and I did use them in a different look. And for the bracelet, Woven to Whispers from Dancing Pearl, I used the dress from Dancing Pearl in one of the looks as well. We will get to that. I really like these. Of course, without, I thought it looked nice. You know, she's all metal, and there's this little bit of fuzziness, fluffiness here. And for this choker, A Declaration to the Future Resound. So this is from Starry Nocturne, one of the mid-patch 4-stars from Music Season. Gloves, Song of the Soul. So this is from the 5-star. Again, I feel like this really got to shine in this fit compared to the 5-star dress, where there's already so much going on with the special effects. And then for the face decoration, Their Arrival Tranquility, also from the 5-star, and this is the glow up version, I believe. Yeah, so here is the original glow up and the first evolution. Maybe I prefer the first evolution, so I didn't actually generate the code yet, so I will keep this. Of course, if you don't have the evolution, switch it out to a version you have. And then for the ring, yeah, okay, yeah, it goes over here. It looks cool, right? So this is from Fairy Tale Swan Mistfire, which is the glow up version of Fairy Tale Swan, or one of the evolutions. It is free, it is from the permanent banner. And for the handheld, Soul Guidance. So this is the completion reward for the 5-star sets. If you didn't complete it, of course you don't have it, but I think she still looks cool. And she looks cool with it as well. One thing with these ability handhelds is, even though they are dyeable, let's say you dye this, the special effects, not dyeable. And when you use any of the animations involving this, like the pose that came with this set, or you try to use your archery skill, she will revert back to the default version of it. So dyeing it is only helpful for taking pictures using other poses or no pose at all. I like how it looks normally though. And then for the makeup, I'm using Seeking Moonlight for the base makeup from the Wanxiang outfit. Crossing Mortal World for the eyebrows, also from Wanxiang. Moss Upon Jade for the lashes, also from Wanxiang. I do feel like the Wanxiang makeup and this are kind of similar, but they can be used together very nicely as well. Ceaseless Vortex for the contacts. Now these are from this set and they are not the same, but very close together, like compared to the Wanxiang eyes, which are clearly heterochromic. Here you can't tell as easily, like this eye is lighter, this one is a bit darker. And then for the lips, Born of Mountains, also from the Wanxiang set, and I'm using Moonlit Snow for the skin tones. So here I kind of wanted to give her a ghostly vibe, you know, with the transparent legs. Twilight Reflections, and I do feel like I like these transparent legs more than the Forest Triple ones. And Passionate Banquet. Did I show you Nikki's base skin tone? Here. And I am using just this one Eureka Silver Moon head. It's a 3-star. I think it only comes in this one color. What did I change? Oh, that. Okay. And yeah, here she is. Yeah, maybe I did that on purpose because this does look a bit more purple, but it does match this part. I don't know, but here's her running around. And yeah, when she has to have her hands free, she will let go of the bow. And here's her... Oh, let me switch. Here's her using the archery skill. And yeah, she will use the default version of the bow. And let me change time of day. Here. Running. I mean, she looks really pretty under the moonlight. And if you pull for it, you can take a picture like this, hold this and hold this and go into moment capture. And oh, come on, there. Anyway, on to the next look here. So for this one, I was going for a river god kind of look. That is what this hair reminded me of, some kind of mythical creature. And the hair kind of looked masculine to me, probably because of the lack of bangs, because most hairstyles have them. So I did use a bunch of past banner pieces here, but I will go over them here. So this hair, I love this hair so much. This was one of the main draws for me when pulling on this banner. And for the dress, this is from Swordmaster. I did dye it a tiny bit. Let me see if these are free colors. So this was one of the 4 stars from version 1.8, Dancing Season. No, I only used blue and yeah, the free blue. And this is the base version. For the outerwear, yeah, this outerwear from Wanxiang. Again, I didn't dye it. This is the base version of the outerwear. And I think they paired together very nicely. There is a bit of clipping when she's running, but since they're very similar in color, I don't think I notice it as much. And then I didn't give her socks because I wanted to focus on these shoes. You know, she's some kind of mythical creature, so she's floating here. This can be water, right? So yeah, this is from the 5-star. Isn't this cool? And they didn't advertise this at all. That same hair accessory again. I didn't use that headwear / face veil, but I did use this from Forest Song Dewdrop, which was a mid-patch 4-star in version 2.0. You know, these horns, and I did dye them. The original color actually works with this outerwear too, so feel free to use that. But yeah, I did use palette 2 and palette 3. I really like these horns, and I feel like the style of this really fits this whole look. And for the earring, Grey Ray Plume from Heroic Legend, which was free last patch. I think you can still get it, right? I'm not sure. I think you get it from the 3 Little Shroomlings quest, which is permanent. But this might have been limited. And for the face decoration Glowing Sky from version 2.2, this was part of the Wanxiang storyline. And I love adding this to a lot of outfits. So here's the original color. I dyed it. I think the original kind of works because of this outerwear. And then for the handheld, I actually don't remember giving her this handheld, so I don't know what's happening. Yeah, I think she's better off without the handheld. But yeah, if you have the completion reward handheld, you can equip that. And for the base makeup, Seeking Moonlight from the Wanxiang set. Silverbrook Moon for the eyebrows from this set, this 5-star. Height of Life for the lashes, also from this set. Ceaseless Vortex, also from this set. Secret Murmurs for the lips, also from this set. And I'm using Nikki's base skin tone, so here. In Moonlit Snow. In Twilight Reflections. And Passionate Banquet. And here's what she looks like. I feel like she fits the Park Solian color scheme. They're wearing blue and white a lot, right? Most of them have white hair. And here. Oh yeah, pants. That comes built in with this fit. And let me change time of day. Here. And I feel like she really fits the nature vibes here. And the game does treat these as barefoot shoes since, you know, those are the sounds she's making even though she is kind of hovering. Anyway, on to the next look. For this one, I came over here because she fits the color scheme and vibes, because I wanted to go for a steampunk look here. So here she is. And yeah, this is where I used that dancing pearl dress. So this is mostly based around these wings, which look so steampunk to me. And I think these are the evolution. Yeah, but you could use this version as well. You could dye it. I just didn't have to dye this version because, I don't know, gold screamed steampunk to me, but it could be other colors as well. for the hair, I used the hair from the 4-star Heartward Hues Dream Colors, which is the glow up version. And yeah, the evolution comes with pink hair. I just like this shade of pink, so I did unlock this dye here from palette 10. If you don't want to do that, I think the glow up hair in its normal colors works as well. Here I used some dyes that are free for the accessories. Yeah, palette 1 and palette 6 here, so you could do that. But I don't know, I really like this pink. And then the dancing pearl dress, and I think, yeah, I just used palette 1 because for some reason this dress, when I dye it using palette 1, it looks kind of like metal to me, and that screams steampunk. And for the shoes from the 4-star Heartward Hues, I did dye it, and okay, yeah, palette 1. And for the gloves, Echoes on Wrist, again from Heartward Hues Rainbow. Okay, so this is from the glow up version, again dyed in palette 1. For the face decoration, I wanted to use more metal and more gold, so Silent O Devoted Heart. There is a bit of green here, or blue. Wait, let me get rid of that. There you go. For the pendant, this is from the 5-star last season. She is Wildfire. This is from the glow up version because yeah, I think the other versions have these colors. I mean, this does too. It doesn't matter, use whatever you want. I think the glow up one was the most neutral, and if you don't have it, it doesn't matter that much. I added it because it matched the corset colors here. And then of course this back piece from the first evolution of Guide of No Return, and then Starry Guidance Vow for the ring, also from Fairy Tale Swan. Vow, I think maybe this one is the glow up version, but it doesn't matter, they're all free. And for the handheld Radiant Cage from the Saintess set, this is the completion reward of that banner. So here's what it looked like originally. I dyed it. I left the red parts because they didn't bother me as much. There are some blue parts as well, but I think this is fine. And then for the base makeup, Golden Petal Drift from Wishful Rosa. Fanged Fruit for the eyebrows. Oh, this is from last season. She is Wildfire, but you can't really see the shaved part of the eyebrow here. So feel free to change that. You know, you don't really need those eyebrows. Mist Thickened Woodland from She is Wildfire for the lashes. Golden Dawn for the lenses from Wishful Rosa. And Golden Kiss for the lips, also from Wishful Rosa. And I'm using Passionate Banquet as the skin tone. So here. In Twilight Reflections, in Nikki's base skin tone, and Moonlit Snow. And here's what she looks like. And again, the game treats these as barefoot shoes, so that's the kind of sound she makes when she walks and runs. And if you want to see her fly with it, if you have the set completed, oh my god, they didn't fix that. Yeah, but look at her. She ran out of energy. But yeah, these wings, I mean, even if she doesn't have the wings equipped, she can fly if you have the set completed and have the set as your archery skill. And let me change time of day here. I love the sounds the wings make. Kind of like clanking of metal. I think it's the wings that's making those sounds. Oh no. Anyway, on to the next look. Okay, so this one clearly is based around the dress, which I love. There does seem to be a bit too much going on. I wish this part was a separate piece, but it's not. Anyway, let's take a look. So yeah, in wardrobe she will hover. She does not do that when she's out of wardrobe. And yeah, here I used the hair from the Saint Test set, Behind Prayers. So if you don't have it, you could just use the hair she comes with. And let me check. So this is the base version of the Saint Test hair, and these are all free colors. Okay. And the dress is from the first evolution, but if you don't have that, you could use the glow up version. I feel like they're very similar. I mean, yes, it's pink. Like, if I didn't have to pull for the evolution, I would have been fine without it, but I'm not complaining. Like, all of the versions are so pretty, and I didn't dye it because I enjoy these colors a lot. And then for the outerwear, Veil of Light from Purifying Wind, the default archery set. Breath of Serenity for the shoes, because you can't really see the shoes here, so I just gave her the shoes she comes with. And then Silver Moon Serenade for the headwear from Silvergale's Aria. I love how it looks from the back. Silent Blessing for the earrings. This is from the current Starlit shop. Azure Scale Amberfire for the gloves. So this is from Tide of Tears Amberfire. And I did dye it using palette 13 and palette 12, and you do need the first evolution for those. But if you don't have it, you can just use the gloves that comes with this set. Those are also very pretty. I did use them in the first look. And for the face decoration, I really like these. Yeah, they're cool, but Providence Memorial, the miracle outfit from 2.0, also comes with similar face decorations. I do like these better, but in case these were a huge draw for you, you do have that free option. And then for the handheld, a chromatic flower, which is a completion reward from the 4-star. So I really like the ability handhelds from this banner. And then makeup, Starseed Whispers for the base makeup from Sea of Stars, Crossing Mortal World for the eyebrows from the Wanxiang outfit, Tide of Life for the lashes from this banner, Eyes into the World from the Wanxiang banner, Snare Fall for the lips from Crimson Rhapsody, which was a rerun last patch or the patch before. I don't remember, but I pulled it on the rerun. And Twilight Reflections for the skin tone. So here, Passionate Banquet, Nikki's base skin tone, and Moonlit Snow. And yeah, let me get back up there. Here she is running. Okay, let me show you what she looks like in this path. You know, because pink, surrounded by pink. And yeah, let me change time of day here. And yeah, the back of the outerwear does kind of clip through sometimes, you see, but it doesn't bother me that much. I think she looks like a princess. And I feel like this dress pairs really nicely with a lot of different outerwear for fantasy looks. But my game did freeze once when trying out different outerwears. I think it is because of the special effects here. So if you have a weaker system, I don't know, this dress might be a bit too much. You might need to lower your settings. Anyway, on to the final look, which I styled with all of the leftover pieces I did not manage to style here. Okay, So yeah, she is very cute in my opinion, but I only wanted to style 4 looks because I feel like I style too many looks and then there isn't enough story to go through them. But this patch is a bit different and there's a whole new location. Still, these were the leftover pieces. So yeah, this bonnet I was really excited about, and certain other pieces from the 4-star as well, and I was fine not styling them. But then I thought, no, I wasn't giving them a fair shot because I already styled many looks before the patch even launched. So, limited by outfit slots, 7 is not enough. Anyway, so this hair is from Courtyard Flowers, I think. This was a mid patch 4-star in Golden Season. And of course, you could use any other hairstyles. I did play around with a bunch of different hairstyles. It doesn't matter. I think I just wanted this lilac color. I think this would work. This was free from Blossoming Future during music season. Like any hairstyle with a pinkish purplish tone or lilac, that would work. And for the dress, now since I wanted to showcase the choker here, I wanted a dress that would allow that, and I didn't want to use the dress that came with it. So of course this would work, but I wanted to use something different, and this is free. I think you get this dress from the soiree in Serenity Island. It does have these pattern channels and you can use patterns, and that is what I did. In case the code doesn't copy the pattern, I will show you. I used this pattern and with these densities. It looks nice here, but in some lighting it looks a bit too pink. It is pink actually, but usually the pink works with the lilac, the purple, but sometimes it looks a bit too on the redder side of purple. In certain lighting, it does look a bit off with the rest of the colors, so just warning you, you could just use the base version of the dress without any dyes or patterns. This is what that would look like, and these colors work. I just wanted something different. I thought this was cuter. And then for the socks, since I styled this look after all the other looks, I was determined to use these pieces. So I think I did use every piece but that headwear / face veil from the 5-star. So yeah, the socks from the 4-star here, you know, I think they're cute. And then for the shoes, Ethereal Shoreline from Lotus Whispers. I think this was a free set. And for the headwear, the bonnet, which does look like a shower cap from the back. I don't like this texture, but you know, cute from the front, right? Like a Lolita-ish look, but a Lolita who lives in a very hot climate, so she can't wear all those layers, and you know, a summer look. For the earrings, Breezy Blooms from the 4-star here. Beaded Rain for the neckwear. This is from the Sea of Stars Heart of Infinity, Heart Lake Ripples. I did dye this ribbon a darker color, a free color. And for the bracelet, now here's where I kind of struggled because I wanted her to have these nails, but those nails are from the shop from version 2.3, but they count as gloves for some reason. I don't know. So I wanted to give her these ribbons from this set, but then she wouldn't have the nails. And I don't know, which version do you like more? Like with these, but the nails then. So yeah, I made a trade-off. I would have liked her to have the ribbons as well, but she gets the nails. And so for the bracelet, I gave her this forgotten hair tie. Yeah, it is supposed to be a hair tie. Maybe she can tie her hair up, but it's already wearing a bonnet. Never mind. This is from the previous day that she forgot. And yeah, the choker from the 4-star here without width. I really like this choker. And for the face decoration, now here I wanted to use this Call of the Sea. I feel like this fits, but I don't know, this one was more Lolita, so this is from Out of Tailoring, Dream Shaper. So yeah, Dream Shaper is the glow up version. Out of Tailoring is the 4-star that came with Crimson Rhapsody. And these, I think this is palette 12. Yeah, so not free dyes, but here's what she looks like without dyes. It doesn't change much. This set does not take dyes very well at all. I tried my best. And then for the pendant, Dream Pursuit, because this part of her leg was visible, so I must add pendants. I don't know, this is from Starry Nocturne, the Idol set from Music Season. And for the handheld, Lost Cat Doll, which is from Crimson Rhapsody Delusion, the first evolution, and I did dye it using palette 12, and you do need the first evolution for that, but you could try using the glow up version or the base version if you don't have the evolution. And again, since this part was visible, body paint, a drifting clouds mist, which was a deep echo piece from a past set, but if you don't have it, she doesn't need that. And these are free colors. Let me check. Yeah, this is the glow up version of the deep echo piece because the original doesn't dye like that. And if I wanted to achieve something similar, I would have to unlock dyes. And since deep echoes are 5 stars, yeah, I don't want to spend that many 5-star currency. For the base makeup, Silver Feathers from Silvergale's Aria, Silverbrook Moon for the eyebrows from the 5-star, this set, Tide of Light from this set, Eyes into the World from the Wanxiang set, but since this eye is covered, you could get away using the Sea of Stars lenses if you don't have these. And Secret Murmurs for the lips from this set. And I'm using Passionate Banquet for the skin tone, so here. In Twilight Reflections. In Nikki's base skin tone. And Moonlit Snow. Oh, and I think I forgot to tell you, but I did unlock some dyes for the gloves. Let me check. Palette 2. Okay. Problem with these shop set 5 stars is that, limited palettes. So I wanted to dye it purple, but this is the closest thing I had access to that was purple. And here she is. I think she's adorable. And okay, she is away from the sun now. Oh. But yeah, she looks very Wishfield to me. Not very mythical, just a typical Wishfield girl. But I don't know, I miss those looks sometimes. And yeah, let me change time of day here. Oh, it's raining. It is a bit too dark right now. Okay, let me change time of day again so it's not raining. It has been raining a lot in my game recently. Okay, not raining. Yeah, I think this is better. And the purple really suits the nighttime atmosphere in the Wishing Woods. And yeah, those were all the looks. I will leave the codes down in the comments, and I will also be posting the looks I styled using the other banner, so do keep an eye out for that. And if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more Infinity Nikki, do consider subscribing, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.